You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly show for video games, movies, TV shows, comics, tech news, and more. Sponsored in part by 29 Brew Pub and Wood-Fired Pizza, and To Die For Cupcakes. Now your hosts, Cody Pinnick, Samantha Cross, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison. Hey everybody, welcome back to Nerd Overload, the show that's definitely not rusty after taking 1 week off.
No, not at all.
Not at all. I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Cody.
We have a great show for you this week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning back in after our 1 week hiatus. We have a lot of news for you, but first, as always, we have an extra large check it out. We have almost 2 weeks worth of stuff to cover. So
you really channeled Brack with that "Hey everybody" at the beginning.
That was the goal. Thank you.
Well, you nailed it.
Nailed it. Perfect.
I picked up the new Metal Gear. I guess it came out just 2 days ago when this was recorded. It's really, really good. I'm only a couple hours in because I've been really busy.
How much of that is cinematics?
It's actually not as bad as it was.
Oh, okay.
Really?
It's actually a decent amount of cutscenes like a regular game would have.
Okay.
And they are shot so well. Some of the best cinematography I've ever seen in a video game.
Really?
Which is not something you normally notice in a video game, but in this you're like,
well,
oh,
I don't
wow.
know. It is a Metal Gear. They are practically movies.
Yeah, but there's a lot of times where it's like the camera is another person there. Like it's a first-person view from somebody that's not a character, but the way it's shot, it's just really cool. The way it's shot. Is that even the word for a video game? I don't know.
Rendered? Rendered? I don't know.
But the cinematography is impressive.
Okay. I know you said you only are a couple hours into it. Do you think that this is like a good swan song for Hideo Kojima since he's no longer going to be associated with the title?
Oh, yeah.
Or Konami, for that matter, or his own studio?
From what I've played so far, it's very close to being like one of the best Metal Gear games.
Really?
It's that good.
Excellent. That's good.
Yeah, I saw where he was talking about, he apologized for it taking so long, but he wanted it to be the very best that it could be.
Like no game ever was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, he really nailed it. I mean, the new mechanics are cool, although a lot of them were in Ground Zeroes, but that's a prequel. I mean,
yeah, it was a lead-in to this one.
Yeah, it literally doesn't pick up right off because you were in a 9-year coma between the two games. But,
okay.
But, like, it continues that story.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you would want to play this without playing... Well, I mean, it'd still work, but it's so much richer knowing
yeah.
The Ground Zero story. Plus, you get bonus content if you load your save in.
That's good. It takes place in the 80s, right?
Yeah, which is fun because you can collect cassette tapes with different, like, real songs on them. Like, there was one part where I'm sneaking through, and all of a sudden, I hear She Blinded Me With Science.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, which we played, like, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm like, I gotta have that tape. And I gotta have that. I turn around, there's, like, a little outpost with, like, 5 Russian guards standing around it, I guess just jamming out till She Blinded Me With Science. And I get in this whole, like, scuffle with these guards that I could have entirely avoided just because I had to collect that tape. Because,
That's awesome.
After you get it, you can listen to it whenever you want, and it just plays in the background.
Oh, that's great. I love it. See, that kind of attention to detail just blows me away. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a Kojima thing, is having that attention to detail.
Yeah.
Did you see the little references to PT?
I haven't made it far enough yet. I know there's like a PT tape that plays the radio report from
that
game.
The news report about the fratricide. Is that what it is? You kill your family?
I think.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Either way, yeah, the news report from that. I guess there's also the girl from PT. I guess Linda. I don't know. Anyway, she's a decoy balloon.
Yeah. The Fulton recovery thing is hilarious. The little balloon, like you capture supplies and soldiers for your base that you're building, a lot like Peace Walker, but like just kind of expanded on.
Yeah, I heard there's like actual animation for it this time. Like they get tossed in like a balloon and like shot up in the air or something like that.
I saw a video of somebody doing it to like a sheep or a goat or something.
Yeah, there's one of somebody doing it with a bear. Because you can collect these animals and they go in a zoo at Mother Base. You can have your own zoo.
That's awesome. Now, which snake are you playing as? It's
Big Boss.
It's Big Boss?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I've never played a Metal Gear game, but I do know there's like
multiple snakes.
There are multiple snakes, and one's like a clone of like the others or something like that.
The one from Metal Gear Solid 3 and all that. He is the original. He is the original guy that Solid Snake and Liquid Snake are based off of.
And Gaseous Snake.
Solidus.
I guess Solidus is the third one.
Yeah.
Why not just call him Gaseous Snake? Come on.
Gaseous Snake, Gas Snake.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible. That's why.
Okay.
Plasma Snake.
Molten Snake.
Ice Snake.
When did the original 2 NES Metal Gears take place?
After this, you are going through Outer Heaven as Solid Snake.
So is Solid Snake alive during the events of Phantom Pain?
I don't know. I don't know.
I wonder if because it's in the 80s, he has to. Well, I mean, he ages at an advanced rate, but so this is what happens when you talk about Metal Gear. You get into this like minutia that nobody knows what the heck it is except for other people who play Metal Gear.
Yeah, from what I remember of the original stuff is you are going against Big Boss and fighting Outer Heaven. So this game takes place right before Big Boss actually becomes like a bad guy.
Yeah, because it's like the twist at the end.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Oh, nice.
For a 30-year-old game.
Okay.
But if you don't have an extended knowledge of the Metal Gear series, I think you could still play this game. Because after some of the initial cutscenes, I think for a while there's only as much story as you want.
Okay.
Because the codec conversations, instead of being forced on you, you just get tapes that you can listen to in between missions.
Oh, okay. All right.
So if you want a ton of story, it's there for you, which is good.
Okay.
Unlike in like the old Metal Gear Solid, where you're getting all this exposition from from Master Miller,
Yeah.
about like learning survival with Snake, and you just don't care. I don't care that I was in the Arctic with you. I really don't. It adds nothing to the story at all.
I miss saving my game and talking about movies, though.
True.
That was the best in 3. Whenever you'd save your game, the paramedic would talk to you about different movies.
Now, was that the paramedic that looked like Kojima? Or is there a character? There's a character in the game that looks like the guy who created.
They're in, I think it's Peace Walker. He's recruitable.
Oh, okay.
And he's just literally in Ground Zeroes, apparently. You rescue him in one mission.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, the controls are, like, really good. A little convoluted, but better than past Metal Gears, where you have to hold, like, 2 buttons to be able to shoot. The whole Mother Base system is awesome, because you collect the different people, and you assign them to different roles in the Mother Base, and they develop items for you and vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
You have a horse.
Oh, nice.
I think I saw a video of the horse.
You can upgrade the horse.
Nice.
What?
You can get him horse armor.
Horse armor.
He bonds with you over time and just is better.
That's
you
great.
level up your horse.
Have you had a chance to try out the little Metal Gear Online thing yet?
I don't think it's live yet.
Oh, okay.
I think the 9th or something it goes live. It's weird. There's a part in the very... I guess it's not a spoiler because it's at the very beginning. They have you make a character.
Really?
Because you're waking up from the coma and the doctor's there and he's like, people want you dead, so we're going to give you cosmetic surgery and change the way you look. How do you want to look? And you do this character creator thing, and then later the hospital gets stormed before they finish it. So either you do a character creator for no reason, or it does something with the online game or something.
Huh.
It was really weird. I'm like, what's going on? I thought I was going to be, Big Boss.
Well, Venom Snake.
Yeah. I don't want to be some guy I made up, and it's like, then they throw that all away.
So it'll probably be for the online stuff.
But they just mesh it in seamlessly with the opening.
Huh. Kind of Fallout-y, huh?
Yeah. And there's a man on fire. That's like chasing you around the hospital at the beginning when you're escaping is just a flaming man.
Really?
And I don't know what he is or why he's there.
Wasn't there like a big villain? Like, I don't remember if it was in Ground Zeroes or not, where he was basically just a burned up guy. Like he had a lot of scar tissue. Like
that's in Snake Eater. It's the Fury.
No, I meant like it was for Ground Zeroes because I remember watching it like in the cinematic for Ground Zeroes.
The only bad guy in Ground Zeroes is Skullface.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. Disregard my lack of knowledge on that one.
He rides a flaming Pegasus unicorn.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a little floating kid with a gas mask and a like a suit that's too big. I think it's baby Psycho Mantis, like a kid Psycho Mantis.
Well, I say I remember in the original Metal Gear Solid when you first meet Psycho Mantis, he's talking about how one of the first things he did was like he killed his father with his powers or something. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe the man on fire is his dad. I don't know.
Boy, I don't know. You have lost me like 5 minutes ago.
There's a man on fire.
Okay, awesome.
And then an hour later, you're just in Afghanistan, sneaking around in Russian bases.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it takes place during the Soviet-Afghan War.
Yeah.
I've always liked Metal Gear, but there is a lot of crap to sift through.
It's dense. It's super dense.
They've always been dense. Kind of like Raiden. I hate that character. I hate him so much.
He's better. He gets better after four and Revengeance. Oh, Revengeance is so stupid in a good way.
Yeah, I mean it's not really a Metal Gear game. It's more like Metal Gear Dante's or Devil May Cry.
Where the whole game is trying to rescue these brains of child soldiers.
Yeah.
And they have like little googly eyes in the front. Like it makes them look ridiculous.
So dumb.
I like that game though. It was really stupid. It was like a B action movie version of Metal Gear.
Yeah, where you have the option to stealth, but it really does nothing for you.
Yeah.
Like nothing at all.
And at the end, you fight a roided out United States Senator.
Awesome.
Oh, the world of Metal Gear, you're so weird.
That's why it's good.
Well, this is true. I do love Metal Gear, and I'll be sad that there probably won't be any more.
Yeah. They'll make more. They're making more. They'll just be garbage.
Because it definitely feels like this is like the last one. Like the way Kojima's been setting it up.
Yeah,
it's like the last one.
It's the last real one. I mean, because if you make a Metal Gear without Kojima, you're not making a Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, because he's been doing it ever since like
the original.
MGS.
The original. I think one of the only ones he didn't have anything to do with was Snake's Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but I've heard that one's not super great.
No, I mean it's not terrible, but it's not canon, and
Gotcha.
for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an auteur. Like, everything in that game is so him.
Yeah. He should just start directing movies and be done with it.
There was talk there was a Metal Gear script out there that he wrote.
They're still making a Metal Gear movie.
At least maybe we'll get that. Maybe it'll be a video game movie that won't suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fingers crossed.
That's how Keither Sutherland...
You want to try that again?
That's how Keither Sutherland...
Keither?
Kiefer?
Kiefer.
That's how Kiefer Sutherland ended up in the movie, was the director for the Metal Gear movie suggested him to voice Snake in the new game.
Ah, okay.
Oh, he's the voice of Venom Snake?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not David Hayter?
No. Which I mean I don't like. I love David Hayter and his Snake voice.
Yeah.
But Sutherland's not bad. And I understand wanting to differentiate Big Boss's voice from Solid Snake. I mean, it makes sense.
I guess he is older now, but I don't know. It still kind of bugs me. I've always really liked David Hayter. Like, in my mind, he is Snake.
He is Snake. He always will be, but...
I mean, come on. He even appears as a live-action version of himself in the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, yeah, that's right, when you're flipping the channels and that weird TV part.
Yeah, he's like an actor on a show doing an interview. They're talking about the stupid little eyepiece that Snake wears through the whole movie or whole game.
It's the solid eye.
Yeah, the solid eye.
The binoculars in the new one are really cool too, because you use them to mark enemies on the map. Because you don't have the traditional radar, you have to look around and survey your surroundings and mark your enemies. And then once you have them marked, it'll show you where they are, no matter where you're at. But you have to earn your radar, kind of, and it makes a lot of sense.
Well, yeah, okay.
And it changes it up in a way that's interesting and different. You can upgrade your helicopter so it plays music every time it lands. So I could have it blasting She Blinded Me with Science as it lands.
Nice. Perfect.
Apparently, Europe's The Final Countdown is hidden in there somewhere, and I gotta get that.
Oh, you have to get it. You have to.
Do-do-do-do.
That's about it, though. I mean, if you were wondering if you should get it, yes, you should.
There we go.
But only if you have a next gen. It didn't come out for PC, did it?
Yes, it did.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll get it then. Though I wish, because I don't have a PlayStation 3, I wish they would bring Metal Gear Solid 4 out on something that like everyone could play.
Yeah.
That's I guess that's my one gripe, because you got like the one Xbox set that has 2, 3, Peace Walker.
Yeah, 4 is the only one you can't play on or you can only play on one system. Which, I mean, that doesn't affect this one, because the 4th is the last one in the timeline.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Revengeance is, but 4 is the last Solid Snake game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hopefully they re-release it or something.
It'd be nice. It would be nice.
Or just turn it into a movie, because that game is literally mostly cutscenes. That's the one that is all cutscenes.
Oh, yeah, isn't like the first, like, the first 20 minutes you can't even play?
Yeah, it's probably more than 20 minutes. It's probably at least a half hour. And then between every mission, there's a good half hour of just them sitting there talking. You can drive a robot around while they talk or something.
Yeah.
Sonny makes eggs. That one was like that one was just playing to fanboys a lot, I think.
Well, yeah, Meryl's in it.
Yeah.
From the original Metal Gear Solid.
It was a great game, though, for what game there was.
All right, now that you've talked for 18 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hate to cut you off. I know you can keep going, but we've talked for almost 20 minutes about Metal Gear, so we got to move on to something else.
I really haven't been doing a whole lot other than watching like Rick and Morty and
As usual.
Yeah, my every week. I'm a little mad at my Adult Swim app though.
Really?
Because it let me watch the first handful of episodes okay, and then I went to watch this week's, and it's now doing that lock thing where you have to provide your cable provider,
yeah.
and Time Warner Cable is not supported.
What is this, like the 5th or 6th episode, you think? Okay,
yeah.
well, there you go. You get the first 5 for free.
Well, it's not even just you don't have to pay. You have to provide your
Proof that you're paying for
Right.
cable.
your cable provider.
But there you go.
Time Warner Cable is not on their list of supported cable providers.
That's weird.
It is, because isn't Cartoon Network a Time Warner company?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It
so.
is.
It's stupid.
That is weird.
But anyway, I went to YouTube and watched it. Everyone talk at a slightly higher octave. So
Oh, yeah, they had
yeah.
for the content ID stuff.
yeah, I hate that. I really do. I hate it. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, well,
But
hey,
it was the only good quality one they had on YouTube.
hey, be a filthy pirate like me and just find it.
This is true.
Just do it.
Do it.
I'll give you a website after the show.
But anyway, I went to a game demo at the game shop where I play.
Oh, okay.
And learned to play the X-Wing miniature game.
Yeah, you were telling me a little bit about this.
I've
Yeah.
wanted to play that.
It's not bad. So far, my dice karma hasn't figured out how to mess with me yet. Because the dice don't have numbers on them. They have, like, hit, in, evade, and stuff like that on them.
Okay.
But, I don't know. It's interesting. It's a little expensive.
Sure.
Because it's a miniature game. It's a tabletop game, and all the good ones are stupid expensive. But I learned to play in the very humid, hot game shop. I wish he'd get air conditioning. I don't know what the deal is. Like, the poor guy I was playing against was, like, just pouring buckets.
Oh,
It was
man.
bad. But, I don't know. For my first time playing, I did pretty good. I lost, but not by much. We were down to, like, our last ships, and each one of us, like, the next hit was our last. And he just happened to get a better... I happened not to evade when he hit me last.
I hate it when that happens.
I know, right? But, I don't know, it was good. You can get lots of ships.
they have Kyle Katarn's.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce his name?
Kyle Katarn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's cool. That made me interested because I love Dark Forces.
They got all kinds of stuff. I mean, they have, like... There are TIE fighters that are only in the extended universe. Like the TIE Phantom and the TIE Defender and things like that.
Cool.
They've recently released a third faction to play as. The scum and villainy
The
set.
Gungans.
The Gungans never had spaceflight, so shut up. No.
Piece of 5, fly my plane.
But,
You sure they didn't have spaceflight?
yeah, I'm sure. Maybe,
Okay.
I don't know. I hate Gungans. Why do I care?
Oh, speaking of which, not to interrupt, I've seen some gameplay footage of Jar Jar Binks in the new Marvel Infinity 3.0, and he is incredibly annoying. Oh my god. He's an NPC that you have to follow around during a mission, and he's like, and it's him like describing like all the actions and everything like an NPC, but it's all in the Jar Jar like
Voice.
Misa, go over there, Okie Day, and blah, 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 blah. It's oh god, it's almost unplayable. It was awful.
Was it giving you flashbacks?
Yes, very much so.
Is some people's gonna die?
Yeah, that came up. It was bad.
Like, I the more I see the Disney Infinity, I want to play it, but then I know what's going to happen is the same thing happened with the last one. Is I'll play it for 2 hours
And then be done?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, then, yeah, just,
I'll rent it.
yeah, there you go.
Well, I don't have a pad anymore. I sold it.
And you got to have the new one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta have. Well, no, you gotta have a pad, but you gotta have the disc, the new disc.
Okay.
Yeah, the pads are the same.
Oh, it's not like Skylanders where they come out with a new pad every.
Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, they have the scum and villainy, which is like you get like pirate the various pirate factions, bounty hunters, hut cartels, that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, the guy I was playing against, he didn't want to go easy on me, which was fine. But he had Boba Fett, who had been available since the beginning, but he was an Imperial ship back then. But now I guess there's a card for him.
He's cut loose.
He's cut loose, yeah. He's true bounty hunting now. But he had him. He had another fire spray, which is the model of Boba Fett's ship, and a Y-wing. And that Y-wing it's stupid. It's got a 360-degree turret on it. I hated it. Like, I was playing a squadron of TIE fighters, and they can all just shoot forward. Basically, no matter what angle I was coming at with him, he could hit me.
Huh.
And it was driving me nuts. But at the same time, the TIE fighters, they're more maneuverable. They have no shield, but they're faster and they fly better, which is weird. But you can collect all kinds of cards for like various pilots and squadrons and things like that. It's interesting. There's a lot of micro stuff into it. Like, this pilot can do these things, but this pilot can't do these things, and it's a lot of little micro rules you got to kind of remember to learn.
I want to try it.
It's not bad.
They had it at Meijer. I almost bought it a couple times, but
They
now
don't anymore.
Yeah, now they don't have it anymore. So.
Yeah, I know. I was in there recently. Yeah, they don't have it anymore. The starter set is $40, and you
Actually, that's not terrible.
For a board game, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
You get 3 ships, 2 TIE fighters, and 1 X-wing.
That's not a lot of ships.
No, it is not, especially when the ships are like $12 to $20 a pop. But
This game is too rich for my blood.
Yeah.
A lot of games are getting too rich for my blood. That's kind of why I'm backing off on HeroClix, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially with the amount they're putting out sets. It's driving me nuts.
We still need to play Betrayal at House on the Hill.
We do. I know we do.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to have like a game night at my house or something.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that off mic.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can go ahead and go real quick. I've actually had quite a bit. About 2 weeks ago, I went down to Tricon Columbus. It's the first year they've done it. It's a comic book convention, and it reminded me a lot of Wizard World before Wizard World when it was Mid Ohio Con. It was just one big room. Any like special guests, they were all comic people. There was no like celebrity guests or anything like that. A lot of independent artists.
Nobody from The Walking Dead.
Jason David Frank wasn't there. Lou Ferrigno didn't make an appearance. But
Darn.
But no, it was actually really good. I mean, small. You spend about an hour and a half. You take a couple laps, and you're pretty much done. But it was really good. I do have one apology. There's an artist there I got a sketch from. His name's Joe Hunter. I follow him on Twitter. He's a really, really talented artist. He's never going to hear this, but put it out there in the ether anyway. One of the things he does is a independent comic, the art for, called Radical Skater X. It's a kind of a Kamen Rider kind of pastiche about a guy in armor riding a skateboard, and it's written by a contributing writer to Comics Alliance. And when I went up to meet him, because I wanted to get a sketch from him, and I said, "Hey man, I love your work on Task Force Rad Force X or something like, or not, what was it? Like Superpowered Rad Force or something like that," which is another comic done by a guy on Comics Alliance that he doesn't do the art for.
Oh.
I called his comic by the wrong name, and he seemed real sad about it.
Oh.
So, Joe Hunter, I am sorry. I'm sorry that I called your comic the wrong name. I felt real bad about it, like, all day.
It's okay. At least you didn't earn Patrick Stewart's ire.
That's true.
Like I did.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, what?
A couple years ago at Wizard World, I met Patrick Stewart, and I asked him how living in New York was. And he's like, "I don't live in New York. I live in Brooklyn." And I said, and I kind of made the offhand comment of like, "Well, I'm from Marion, Ohio, and it's all New York to me." And he just kind of looked at me, and I was like, "I just pissed off my childhood hero."
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You may want to edit that.
Oh, no, that's staying in. That's definitely staying in. The other thing I checked out, I went later that day. I went and saw the movie American Ultra, the one
I've been wanting to watch
with
that.
Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart and Topher Grace and all them. Really good. I mean, the action's really good. The story's pretty good. While watching it, I couldn't shake the feeling that like the writer kind of felt like what he wrote was like the most important, like, oh man, this is so cool, no one's ever done anything like this. And I couldn't shake that feeling. I was like, why do I feel like this guy has an overinflated ego? And then I looked it up and found out it was written by Max Landis. The son of John Landis and a giant internet blowhard. Like, the guy, his number one fan is himself. Like, he's the guy that did the Death of Superman videos and some of the other stuff. And I was like, that's why this seems like this guy has an overinflated ego, because he does. But no, and I mean, beyond that, it's just been comics and stuff like that. So
was it kind of like
we're not going to get Max Landis on the show?
Nope, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think
I think I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Was it kind of like that one show we went to at that hotel? Where it was like a room.
It was bigger.
It was bigger than that.
It was bigger. Yeah, it was like a real convention.
Okay.
But it was a very small real convention, and like I said,
more back to roots kind of thing.
Yeah, and like I said, once you take a couple laps, you're pretty well done. Unless you want to, I always feel weird walking past like independent comic creators because they're always like ready to give you the pitch.
Yeah,
and you feel so bad because you don't
stop.
If you stop, if they corner you and you have to stop and listen to it, and you don't buy their thing, is like, I'm sorry, that sounds really great. Maybe when I come back around, I'll get something.
Yeah.
It's
not that you don't want to get something. It's just that you don't have that kind of money to buy trade paperbacks of things I only just now heard about.
Exactly. Yeah, that's was the boat I was in.
Yeah, because I'd love to support, somebody who went out there and just made their own book, because that is awesome.
I would love to. Yeah, I would love to do that, but yeah, I can't.
But a lot of times, I might not be interested in what you're selling.
Oh, there were a couple of those. There were definitely a couple of those.
Oh, the worst is when it seems like it's somebody's personal fetish exploration.
Yeah. Again, there were a couple of those, but no, TriCon. I hope they do it again. I hope they had a big enough turnout. There wasn't a huge turnout. I did run into some people I knew down there, which was a blast. Yeah, as always. But it just seemed like everything was a little bit slow. And I just hope they made enough money, because I love seeing these smaller conventions pop up. It can't always be not that I don't enjoy Wizard World, but it's like apples and oranges. Yeah. It's really two different kinds of things.
Sometimes you don't want to fight the crowd the whole time, and
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it comes down to. Sometimes you don't want to be around a lot of people.
What, comic book fans being introverted and not want to be around people? Never heard of that.
Never, no. All right, well, hey, let's go ahead and take a break here, and when we come back, we'll do some news. 29 Brew Pub and To Die For Cupcakes is a supporter of local radio programs like Nerd Overload. 29 Brew Pub offers wood-fired pizzas and sandwiches, craft beers and local liquors, and To Die For's gourmet cupcakes. They also host a local bike night every Thursday. 29 Brew Pub and To Die For Cupcakes, 1692 Marion Mount Gilead Road, right in front of Office Depot, 740-751-4586, and also on Facebook.
Hey, and we're back, and that was The Man Who Sold the World from David Bowie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's in Metal Gear.
Yeah, it's in Metal Gear. It actually opens with that song.
Nope, we're back to Metal Gear talk.
Yep.
Strap in.
Another hour and a half.
So when you do the thing with the thing...
Yeah, right.
Well, you see, at Outer Heaven... When you see...
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, thank you.
All right. So, in news that is more local news...
Yeah, no, this is too weird to... we don't usually do local news, but this is too weird for us to not. Say something about. Hey, folks, Sam cutting in here real quick. I just wanted to mention that after we had finished recording this episode, we went back and reread through the news article that we're just about ready to talk about, and notice we made a little tiny huge mistake. We're going to be talking about a weird news article that happened in Marion County. Well, we did notice that it was Marion County, Florida, not Marion County, Ohio. So, just, I guess, sit back and enjoy this little article but did not happen around here. I'm chalking it up to us being rusty from our week off. So, let's get back to it.
So apparently, a pilot for the Marion County Sheriff's Department was temporarily blinded by the laser from a Bosley hair growth comb.
I mean, I feel really bad for the pilot. I do. That's awful.
And
but
it's probably dangerous.
Incredibly dangerous.
How
but
powerful is this comb laser?
That is one hell of a comb laser.
Did he pick this up from Q? Like, was it from the ground? Was the guy on the ground?
Okay.
Or was he
like hair?
or was he in like the plane? Like, he's got to get those hair kinks out.
The guy was experimenting with the comb in his backyard to see how far the laser went.
Well, he got his answer.
The answer is pretty dang far.
So basically, I'm going to read you according to what the Facebook page says. It says, in the early morning hours of Wednesday, September 2nd, Marion County Sheriff's Department helicopter pilot Sergeant Darren Bruner and Tactical Flight Officer Sergeant John Rawls were assisting deputies on the ground with a suspicious vehicle investigation in the area of Almond Road and Bannon Road. I haven't even heard of that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's named after Race Bannon.
When Sergeant Bruner advised his helicopter that he had been struck with a laser 3 or 4 times. The laser temporarily blinded him and briefly affected the night vision goggles. Once Sergeant Bruner regained his vision, Sergeant Rawls assisted in directing Sergeant Bruner and deputies on the ground to the address where the laser appeared to be coming from. Oh, man.
Did he get arrested?
So, wait a minute. Why does this comb need a laser?
Yeah, I guess that's
Is
the
it like,
first question.
Is it like a laser-guided comb? Like, you have to have, like, pinpoint accuracy where you're... exactly where your follicles are going?
You gotta find where that bald spot is, because it's a
it probably has something to do with activating whatever the Bosley people do to your head. Kind of like no-nos, that thing that like you kind of shave with, like laser surgeries, or like laser zaps the hair follicles so they don't grow. It's probably kind of like that, but maybe in reverse.
It's a very serious answer to a joke I was trying to make. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
They reverse the polarity on the laser.
On the neutron flow.
Yes. They cross the streams. The hair streams.
Hair streams.
They
cross the strands.
All right, well, we can't talk too much longer on this.
But
apparently he flew by, and when the deputies got the laser, it said, laser light, avoid direct eye exposure, class 3R laser product. He has been charged with pointing a laser light at a driver/pilot of the Sheriff's Department.
Oh, sure,
which is a 3rd-degree felony.
Whoa, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's being held in Marion County Jail on $2,000 bond.
Crikey.
Wow, so there's your lesson, everybody. Don't point your laser-guided Bosley hair combs at the sky.
Don't comb your hair in your backyard. Comb it in your house. All right, so...
I feel like you should have, like, a special room for that comb.
Yeah, right.
In a tinfoil-lined room to use your Bosley hair comb.
Behind, like, a metal door.
You gotta wear an apron.
Yeah.
A metal apron.
Like when you're getting, like, x-rays done at the dentist. God, that's weird.
Man, that is it is weird.
There was your news of the weird.
Yeah.
Marion news of weird.
Maybe that should be a segment.
Maybe, yeah, who knows?
Let's get back in our wheelhouse.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, Shovel Knights, that's in our wheelhouse, right?
Yeah, Shovel Knight is great. And it's getting even better because there's going to be a Shovel Knight amiibo.
That's pretty awesome.
Also an expansion for Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. This amiibo is actually really interesting because it's not being produced by Nintendo themselves. It's third party.
Yeah, it's the first third party amiibo.
Yep. And they're adding the did you see the box of it? They put the old school like Nintendo seal of approval like gold stamp on the box, and that's pretty rad. That's pretty clever.
Plus it just looks cool.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Shovel Knight's awesome. He's got a cool design.
Oh yeah, he's a knight with a shovel.
The shovel.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game.
Yeah, and it's interesting that they're adding all this like it's like going to be a patch for the game that's already out. I mean, the game right now doesn't have amiibo like
support,
but the patch will add like all this stuff in, and it's interesting.
Yeah, it does a lot of cool stuff too. It adds co-op play, which isn't available in any other version of the game. Customizational stuff.
Yeah,
I mean it'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
almost like a whole new game.
Well,
it's still the same game, but yeah.
if it gives you an excuse to play Shovel Knight again, and why not?
Yeah, and from what I hear, they Yacht Club, the guys who make Shovel Knight, they say that any game that they do from now on, if it's going to be on Nintendo, it will have like amiibo functionality with this thing. So it's going to be like an evergreen toy, essentially. It's always got, as long as Yacht Club's making games, there's going to be something to use it for.
So it makes me wonder if maybe like Nintendo is kind of like lending out the software for the amiibo stuff.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, to people that work with them.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what other third-party like characters are going to pop up now that the floodgates are open.
Shantae amiibo, please.
That's what a lot of people have been saying. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that.
It's kind of weird because, well, at the same time, there aren't a lot of third-party games from Nintendo or on Nintendo.
No, it's all indie. If anything's third-party, it's an indie game.
Yeah,
which is cool.
But I mean, that's what Shovel Knight is, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, shoot, we can get a Guacamelee.
Well, that'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool, like a little luchador guy. That would be pretty great.
That's definitely in your wheelhouse.
Yeah. Or
no kidding.
Cristada. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's pretty cool too. But yeah, I've seen Shantae a lot. I've seen all sorts of different stuff.
Where's our Professor Layton amiibos? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Give me that Rayman.
His arms float. There'd be a lot of clear plastic stuff hanging on that one.
Yeah, that would be a little ugly.
No, it'll just be Rabbids. They'll go right past the Rayman and go right to the Rabbids.
Yeah, probably. But no, along with this amiibo thing, we're also getting a new mode or a new like expansion like to the game.
Yeah, the Plague
Night. Yeah,
Plague of Shadows.
Yep. And I've seen some of the play-by-play of that, and like the character plays completely differently.
Huh.
Like it's the same levels, but the whole thing plays totally different. Like he has no melee attacks; it's all throwing bombs, and he has like a bomb jump and stuff, and like it just plays totally differently.
Plus the music, all like Nightmare Before Christmassy, and it's
for the ad. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He was a really standout character in the original game.
He was.
It makes me wonder if maybe Nintendo's interested in like buying up Yacht Club.
I wouldn't be surprised, actually.
They'd be a good acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. You want some of this Nintendo monies? We got it.
Yeah. Like if they can't get third parties to make games, then they should buy up these indie studios and get them making.
Plus, it supports
games.
indie studios, and those people work really hard, and I'd like to see good things happen to them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'd like to see a lot of indie takes on Nintendo properties too. Let the fresh blood in the industry make a Mario game. Maybe.
Well, we're going to see maybe a little bit of that with the Mario Maker stuff.
Everybody's going to be making a Mario game.
Yeah.
That stuff is crazy.
Oh yeah, I've been watching videos for Mario Maker all the time, and I want it so bad.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
It's gonna be great.
Did you see the Donkey Kong Country one? Somebody made a Donkey Kong themed level.
No, I haven't seen that.
And it uses the Donkey Kong costume that you get.
Awesome.
It was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Oh, for the new Mii Fighters and stuff, I saw a King K. Rool costume you can get.
I have that one. Yes.
Yeah. And they recently trademarked King K. Rool. He wasn't trademarked before, and now he is.
What?
Yeah, which makes everybody wonder: is he going to be a character in Street Fighter?
Oh,
there
God.
we go. That'd be
perfect.
King K. Rool for Street Fighter
in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I
well,
mean,
although, why would they make him a costume if they're not going to do a full character?
they did it with Link.
I guess that's true.
I don't think they will anymore.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it'd be cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
basically be a Bowser clone, which is kind of what he is.
Yeah, pretty much.
unless they did Captain K. Rool
Yeah. I mean, he'd probably have moves based on all the different
versions
of himself. Yeah.
See, my thought was they would bring him back for one of the new Donkey Kong Country Returns games.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't done that yet. They might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get back to the OGs.
Well, we just mentioned Street Fighter, so we could actually talk about a little bit about that. They released another fighter for that game, and it's Rainbow Mika, or R Mika, who really only appeared in like one other game.
Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Alpha 3, yeah. The fighter, like a wrestler.
Yeah.
And she looks pretty great in the game.
She really does.
Yeah.
I mean, her costume is ridiculous, but
well,
it always has been.
Yeah, but I mean, she's a wrestler. I mean, it's
True.
gonna be.
I also love the fact that she's kind of like, as a female character, she's like kind of beefier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a beast. Like,
Yeah.
She looks like a wrestler.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah. I also love that some of her moves are like with her tag team partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, those are her the special thing for this game, the V triggers.
Yeah.
Like, yep, and they like bounce you up. She'll like bounce you up and like do combos and stuff. My favorite thing is she has a power-up move, like a lot of them do in the game. Like a lot of them, it's like you build the meter, then you activate it, and all their attacks get like a little boost or something like that. Like Ken, he gets like fire.
Yeah,
like
it's flaming fists.
Flaming fists and feet and stuff. Our Mika's is a little different, where you pretty much hold the button down, and the longer you hold it down, the more of a boost she gets. And you can hold it for up to 30 seconds, like half the match.
Wow.
And what it is she is delivering like a wrestling cutting a promo. She like pulls out a microphone and starts like yelling at the other player and stuff. And the longer she's doing that, the more meter builds. It builds up to like an extra 100%. Like it doubles her grapple strength. And actually, at the end of it, you can use it as a fireball deflector because she throws the mic at the opponent, and you can actually use it to block a fireball coming at you. So I think I love that. I think that's great. It's kind of the goofier stuff that makes Street Fighter kind of stand out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Not as serious as, say, like a Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Or a Tekken.
And not as stupid as Mortal Kombat.
Or Killer Instinct.
Yeah, oh god. Which is getting a Battletoad.
A Rash. Rash is already in battle. Is already in it. Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And he like references he's a cameo.
Yeah.
Like he's like, what am I doing in this game? Just a dumb cameo? And then he jumps into the game. Yeah.
I love it like when you do his moves and stuff in Killer Instinct, because like his fists will grow real big. Like
well, it's like in the old game.
In like the old Battletoads and stuff.
Like the boot with the spikes on the bottom. Yeah. It's good stuff.
They just need to make a new Battletoads.
I agree.
Hopefully.
There was going to be a cartoon at one point?
Yeah, I have a VHS of the pilot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I found it at a video store in Delaware.
Right on.
I love Battletoads.
I've never watched it, but it looks really dumb. If you look up on YouTube, there's like the opening, and it's really stupid.
Yeah, well, Battletoads.
Yeah, well, it's got like this like 50s greaser theme song, which you would not associate with Battletoads, especially with the awesome soundtrack it has.
Huh. Weird.
Again, it's an older cartoon where a lot of crap didn't make sense.
Yeah.
It didn't have to. Yeah, it just had to, keep kids entertained.
Speaking of kids being entertained, so Nintendo has announced that finally we're getting the smaller new 3DS with the customizable faceplates in October.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I would have got that one from the start, but now I won't because I already own the big one.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't have gotten that one because I like the bigger screen.
But I know a lot of people will probably be all about the customizable
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I really wanted the faceplates, is why.
But I guess there's going to be an Animal Crossing new room. Is that what it's called?
Happy Home.
Happy Home.
Academy.
That's what it is.
Yeah, bundle.
Yeah.
And it's going to come with a special Animal Crossing faceplates. Also, there is a new 3DS XL Zelda Special Edition for Triforce Heroes coming out in October.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
It
once
doesn't
again,
come with the game, though.
No, I heard it does.
No, it doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, it's another one of those special editions that doesn't come with the game. Which is stupid.
That's weird.
But yet again, another Zelda Special Edition 3DS.
Yeah.
Hey, you go with what sells,
This is true. I'm just surprised they haven't done it more with... There's been a couple Mario ones, but like way more Zelda ones.
Yeah.
They do a Zelda one for every single Zelda game that comes out, which I'm fine with because I love Zelda.
Yeah.
But as a collector, makes it hard.
I like the older one better. The last one better. The last gold 3DS.
Oh, for the Majora's Mask.
No, it was before. It was for Link Between Worlds.
It was
for Link Between Worlds.
That's it.
Yeah, I like that one better. I thought it had better design.
I really liked the black one with the gold leafing on it.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's my favorite one.
And they had one kind of like that for the Wii U.
Yeah, they was
also.
Yeah.
My favorite 3DS is the one that plays the games.
Yeah. Well, they all do that.
Yeah.
See, I don't go for any of those fancy looking ones, basically because I know it's going to get beat to hell. Like,
true. Every DS and Nintendo handheld I've ever had is scratched and scuffed, and
I mean, you're playing it. I mean, you're
yeah.
Hinges broken. There was a meme in Japan not too long ago of people posting their first DS, like the old ones.
The big gray one.
Yeah, and it was like a lot of they were just in such sad shape. There's a lot of broken hinges, and like ones being held together by tape, but they all still worked because
it's
Nintendo products.
Yeah.
Look at us shill for Nintendo, and they don't send us anything.
I know, what the heck.
Send us free stuff, Nintendo.
Yeah, you hearing us? They're totally listening, you guys.
Yeah.
I know it.
Is anybody out there from Nintendo.
Well, let's move away from game talk for just a couple minutes. So earlier this week, they've teased a little bit on for the upcoming season of Arrow that they're going to be going to Coast City, which is a DC Comics home of Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been referenced. They've made a couple references to the Green Lantern before, like Ferris Air on Flash.
Sure.
And,
they have done that.
And when they talked about a test pilot going missing from Ferris Air.
That's true.
You know, so the groundwork is there. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of hoping. One rumor I read is there is a possibility we may see a character, maybe in the distance, maybe using light. From what I've read,
okay,
it's speculation. I mean, this is speculation mode,
right?
But Booster Gold.
No, actually, they've already said that Warner Brothers has plans for Booster Gold in the cinematic universe.
Oh. Which
he would have been perfect for Legends of Tomorrow.
He would have been perfect for that show. He actually, there for a while, I thought he was going to get his own show on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Right now, they said they have greater plans for him.
They're
Why?
not allowed to make jokes in the movie.
Yeah.
They can't make a Booster Gold movie.
I know, right?
A serious Booster Gold
Although,
movie.
you know what?
That'd be awful.
What if he's in that Powerless show that I talked about a couple weeks ago?
Oh, probably.
The one where they're like the DC Comics like insurance, company where they're using B and C list characters.
Have Booster Gold and Skeets.
Have Booster Gold there as like a smarmy insurance salesman or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Though I'm just imagining in my head Booster Gold flying around with a State Farm logo on his jacket.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I can't see that actually.
They're holding on to Booster Gold till after Deadpool. Because once Deadpool does really well, they'll be like, we need something.
Comedy.
Yeah.
We need all the jokes.
We need something exactly like Deadpool.
Wait a minute. What's funny? Martian Manhunter. That's it.
He loves Oreos.
Yeah, we'll make him, giant branding deal.
I really hope they go. Nathan Fillion actually said at Wizard World Chicago, who were releasing, he would love to play Booster Gold.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of the times when celebrities say, "Oh yeah, I enjoy this. I want to be this character," and in like a panel type setting, like a convention panel setting, it's to pander to the crowds.
I know
more than anything.
I know,
and
I want Nathan Fillion to have more work.
Oh sure, I want the guy to do a lot of work too.
The guy that asked the question was probably dressed like Booster Gold.
Yeah.
But no, I'd love to see the Arrowverse grow more,
especially with more supernatural stuff.
Yeah. I did catch the first episode of that Vixen.
I need to sit down and watch that
because it looked really.
It's
cool.
only like 4 minutes long.
Yeah, they're not super long. What I think they're doing with the Vixen show is that they are using it to kind of give her a quick backstory, so they can later on put her into the show and not have to do a full arc about it.
Yeah, I the whole reason I downloaded the CW Seed app was just so I could watch it.
Yeah. Well, they're using her as kind of the gateway to introduce heroes that have powers that aren't are
money.
Science or money.
Or
Science or money, or things that have happened to them and they just have the power.
Yeah.
Like, what they call an external meta-human thing, because her power comes from that
magic amulet.
That amulet thing.
Yeah.
Which would, once they introduce that kind of premise into the continuity, Green Lantern's easy. You just say, "Oh, magic ring, there you go."
And
done.
Hawkgirl.
And Hawkgirl, magic wings.
And Hawkman is apparently going to be in there too.
Sure he is. Of course.
Yeah, Hawkman's going to be in Legends of Tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah. I'd like to see the planet of Hawkman, Thanagar.
Yeah.
That would be what I would want to see, because Hawkman by himself is boring as hell. He's just boring.
And I like older Hawkgirl where she's actually Thamagarian and not magic.
Yeah, like they're space cops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. But
also the Green Lanterns are space cops.
Yeah.
So many space cops.
A lot of space cops.
that plot line on Justice League Unlimited where there's
Thanagar
that guy
invades Earth.
The guy that thinks he's Hawkman.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Where he's had his memory overwritten by
an ancient Egyptian artifact.
Yeah.
That was a
Thanagarian artifact.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was cool. I like that plotline.
Well, that was the closest they were going to get to it, an actual reasonable explanation of Hawkman in Justice League Unlimited, because that guy has 5 different origin stories and they've never resolved any of them. He was in World War II but he's also a space cop, but he's also a human archaeologist.
Who has a past life reincarnation thing.
Yeah, he's also Egyptian. He's also some kind of hawk god. I don't know.
Egyptian.
Yes.
Squawk like an Egyptian.
But yeah, that's
Bird person from Rick and Morty.
Bird
makes more
person.
sense.
yeah. But no, I'm happy for this. More stuff on Arrow, more superhero stuff on Arrow.
Oh yeah.
Less Batman, more like
Well, I
actual
also read that
stuff.
they said this season of Arrow is going to be have a lighter tone.
Good.
Cool, because it gets real
It needs it.
mopey.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
guess they're really watching the trends and decided, hey, you know what? This lighter stuff that's on the Flash, that
People
kind of
love it.
worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
So
love it.
let's do more of that.
I personally love Flash. I love
I
Flash
do
more
too.
than I love Arrow.
Oh, absolutely.
Though I will be excited when they actually start calling Arrow Green Arrow,
Which is happening.
which
Yeah.
is happening, and they're also changing the name from
Starlink to Star
Star
City.
City.
It's like a soft reboot for the Green Arrow
Probably.
show.
Why
Probably.
are they changing the name?
The theory I have in my head, I haven't read anyone else's, but mine is the fact that the city has been sieged like every season so far. So maybe it may be a rebranding to help tourism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, comics, it's Star City.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we have time for one more here, and this is just something we saw today. I guess Nickelodeon is bringing back like their older shows like Hey Arnold and Rugrats. I didn't read too far into it. I don't know if they're like rebooting it or if they're just re-airing it.
Kind of hoping it's a re-air.
I kind of do too. I don't want to see new Rugrats or new Hey
Oh,
Arnold.
I'd hate that.
I don't want to see old Rugrats.
Yeah, well, that's very true.
That show
Yeah.
does not hold up.
No.
I tried to watch it when it was on Netflix back in the day, and I'm like, this is not good.
I don't know. I kind of have a soft spot for it because I did watch a lot. I watched it a lot.
Oh, I watched it a ton when I was
All
a
the
kid.
Nicktoons.
I only watched it because my sister watched it. I was never a Rugrats guy.
I mean, I liked some of the other shows better, like Real Monsters.
Real Monster was
Yeah.
great.
And Angry Beavers.
I had the Super Nintendo
do you?
All Real Monsters game. I did, and
Yeah.
it is incredibly difficult.
Well, it's old
Like,
Nintendo hard.
It is Nintendo hard, absolutely. But no, we were talking about this before, and I think the consensus here is if they're bringing back old Nicktoons, why not go for the king, Rocco's Modern Life?
Yeah.
Where's Rocco?
Maybe they've realized that it's a little too much.
Maybe.
You know what? Rocco's Modern Life fits in perfectly with, like, it's on the same level as, like, regular show. The kind of stuff
Yeah.
that they pull
Yeah.
in it. Regular show
yeah.
and
Adventure Time.
anywhere from regular show up to, like, the lighter Adult Swim stuff. It kind of fits in that, like, kind of
Yeah.
area, I would say.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, he worked at a sex line.
He did.
I don't think they ever aired that more than once.
Yeah.
True. Or Mrs. Big Head's hedonism party, her nudist party in the backyard.
Yeah. What was the deal with the doctor, the cat with the claw?
Oh, the dentist.
The dentist, yeah. It was like they threw her in as like I forget what the whole
She
thing
was like
was.
Sheldon's girlfriend.
No,
He was like Sheldon's girlfriend, but they introduced the character in because
Filbert.
Filbert, yeah, that's it.
Filbert, yeah.
They introduced her into the show because producer for between the second and third season said, "We need a strong female character with a hook." So they literally put in a strong female character with a hook for a hand as kind of a rebellion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, there aren't a lot of female characters in Rocco's Modern
No,
Life.
there are
No.
none.
There are.
Well, the neighbor that you never see anything beyond the legs,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Melba.
Melba, yeah.
And then Mrs. Big Head, the doctor, cat dentist,
And
Heifer's family.
Heifer's family, yeah,
Yeah.
you get some of that.
like the sister wolf and the grandma wolf and stuff like that. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too far off, but
Yeah, but no, I would love to see Rocco's come back. I'd like to see Zim come back. I mean, that's probably a little cliche at this
Yeah.
point.
it's got a popular comic now.
Yeah, that's true.
I still haven't picked up any issues of that.
I haven't either.
I got the
want
second
it
one
so
today.
Bad, but
Did you?
I
I
can
did.
never find it.
Yeah, and
I have
it
to
seems
get
like
it because I own all his other works. So
Yeah.
I just feel incomplete without it.
Yeah.
But
God,
yeah.
what were some of the other?
If you're gonna play old cartoons, play old Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, there you go.
Those are still some of them are just gross more gross than funny, but some of them are just so hilarious.
Powder Toast Man.
Yeah.
Or the horse. No, sir. I didn't
I
like
don't
it.
like it.
Yeah. No, I liked a lot of the old John K stuff.
Yeah. What's some other Nicktoons?
We could leave Doug. I don't need to see more Doug.
Yeah, I don't think Doug has any... I mean, when you're that age and are experiencing life concurrently with Doug, maybe then it has some value, but not. There's no rewatching.
No, there's no value in Doug. I'm sorry. There is zero value in Doug. I'm not a Doug.
I liked Doug when I was
Doug.
a kid, but I don't think I would like it now. I don't think there would
Like I said,
be.
Auto Monsters, Angry Beavers.
I didn't like Angry Beavers when I was a kid, but I like it now.
I loved it.
We can pass on Cat Dog.
Oh God, Cat
Yeah,
Dog was terrible.
I'm not a big Cat Dog fan.
How does it poop?
Yeah.
There was Rocket Power, but that was getting a little past my time.
Yeah.
Rocket
yeah.
Power is garbage.
Rocket Power wasn't super great.
I
Wild Thornberries,
like Wild
That was
Thornberry,
pretty
but that would
good.
be more for the online memesters at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smashing.
Smashing. Yeah,
Oh, Tim Curry was great.
he was. Yeah.
And the fact that
He's still alive.
yeah, he is. He is.
Did you know that the the wild child that they picked up was voiced by Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yes, I did.
That is awesome.
Danny? Is his name Danny?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. There was the Wild Thornberries movie, and then there was the Wild Thornberries Rugrats crossover movie.
Which was weird.
Which
Yeah.
was called the Rugrats Go Wild, which
Yeah.
is pretty crappy to
Yeah.
the Thornberries.
Yeah,
That's
was a
and that
better
was
show.
that was like the third Rugrats movie,
it was.
because there was Rugrats and there was Rugrats in Paris, and then that.
I only
Yeah.
ever saw the first one, and it was garbage. Even when I was a kid, I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah. God, Rugrats 2. That was the one where they introduced...
Susie, not Susie.
no, not Susie.
Susie was Angelica's friend.
Kimmy.
Kimmy.
Yeah,
yes,
that's it.
Yes, and Chucky's dad marries Kimmy's mom.
That episode, it was the movie where they introduced Poochie. Where everyone has to talk about how cool Poochie is. And when he's off screen, everyone wonders, where's Poochie? It's a Simpsons reference.
Tommy's little brother was the Poochie.
Yeah,
of the Rugrats.
that's true. Yeah,
The
Dill.
movie is when
Dill Pickles.
Dill Pickles. The movie is when the Rugrats jumped the shark.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that it was that good to begin with.
Yeah.
The whole show's like,
though I did want a Reptar bar so bad.
the whole
chocolate,
show's
that green
like,
goo in
oh,
it.
they pronounced a word wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, they think the pool is a toilet.
Oh, boy.
There's some pretty slick Doctor Who references in Rugrats, though.
Really?
Yeah, there's an episode where they're at a toy store and like Chucky's walking around and there's like a row of Daleks
Oh.
on a toy shelf.
Oh, they threw stuff in,
Oh yeah,
like, all over the place.
But the parents were always more entertaining than the kids.
Oh,
were.
yeah.
as you have Angelica's dad's glasses.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, he wore horn rims.
Yeah.
Forget what his name was.
Drew
Yeah.
I don't know.
Drew Pickles.
Yep.
The one thing from Rugrats that always sticks in my head is the joke, the very adult joke that Grandpa makes one time. It was like he rented movies.
Oh,
he,
yeah.
He rented a Reptar movie for the kids, and he goes, "Oh, Space Vixen 6, or whatever. This is for me after you go to bed." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Well, there's that episode where Tommy convinces all the other babies they should be nude all the time.
Yeah.
yeah."
There was one episode where they're doing like a flashback to like biblical times or something like that, and there was a sign in the background in like Hebrew, and if you translated it, it said circumcision's half off. And that kind of stuff's kind of fun.
That show actually taught me a lot about Judaism as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
I always
is
forget they were
interesting.
Jewish.
Yeah.
I always forget that.
That was a big part
Yeah.
of it.
His grandparents were super Jewish.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Or the episode where it's basically the Christmas episode that was "It's a Wonderful Life" with Chucky and trying
Yeah.
to say that he should have never been born or whatever, and it shows
Something like
their
that.
lives, the life of all the characters without.
And they were
Chucky.
all better.
No, they're terrible. That was awful.
No, I'm joking.
But no, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But again, you guys don't like Rugrats.
It's a show about babies for
It
for,
is.
for babies.
Though I will say it was a lot better than Rugrats All Grown Up.
Oh my god,
That show was garbage.
Oh boy, that was rough.
I just looked at it and I'm like, nope.
It was funny for the one episode they did it in regular Rugrats, but then when they made a whole series about it,
Yeah, done and done.
nope.
Yep.
I mean, I love cartoons, but nope, get that out of here.
Yeah. Well, I think we've gone over on time, so let's go ahead and wrap it up here.
Yep, wrap it up.
You've been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you again for listening. You can find us each and every week over at nerdoverload.com.
You can also find us at Facebook, facebook.com/Nerd Overload website.
You can find us on Twitter at nerd_overload. Tweet us some tweets.
Yeah, or email us, staff@nerdoverload.com. We are desperate for your questions and comments.
Tell us what your favorite Nicktoon was.
Request a song.
Or that.
Do something. Anything. Let us know that you are listening and that you exist.
Please.
Please.
Please. It feels like we're screaming into the darkness. Please.
Are we all that's there? Is everyone else fake?
Acknowledge us, please.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Pizza out.
This show was sponsored in part by 29 Brew Pub and Wood Fired Pizza and To Die For Cupcakes.